Hello, everybody. Welcome to the best damn roast battle podcast. Period. I just totally spaced on the name of the show. I tried to say like three things at once. There, the best damn roast battle podcast. Period. My name is Chris Paul. I'm here today with Jeremy
What
Shear.
the fuck is going on?
Jeremy Shear.
That's me.
And Kyle Honhorst is
Yo.
here this week. How you doing, Kyle?
Good.
It's been it's actually your first appearance now because the first one that I fucked up with isn't available.
where I agreed with Kanye. Yeah,
Yeah,
you pulled it. I mean, immediately you were like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
yeah,
dude?
you're
banned for a couple weeks. I was like,
He was
"God
like,
damn."
"I'm a Nazi."
No, I was talking about sucking my cousin's dick.
Oh.
You remember?
I totally missed that part.
You're from Georgia,
I
know.
just blocked him out after he said he was a Nazi. I blocked Kanye out when he did that song where he's like, "I'm a sick fuck. I like a quick fuck," because that's not sick. Everybody likes a quick fuck. If you're gonna declare yourself a sick fuck, say some sick shit after that. All right, we just got booted off of YouTube 2 minutes into the.
Did we?
No, I'm kidding.
I don't know. Yeah.
All right. Anyways, we're here. It's Kyle's first appearance here. So Kyle's one of our co-producers / hosts / battlers.
I'm not getting up and dancing around with my sloppy tits like Tabitha last week. Like, that ain't gonna happen. Sorry, folks. Sorry, all you perverts.
That the clip of her bullying Jeremy, we got a lot of it got a lot of views, but it got more comments than likes because I think people out of context it just seemed very mean, I think.
Yeah, well, in context, you should know this happens all the time.
Yeah, that's a cry for help. Please help me. It happens every week. Yeah, but so Kyle's first one here. Also, if you're listening on the old Ad Hom feed, this one's gonna be on there. Please head over and subscribe to the YouTube channel. All our old listeners there. That's that little bit of house cleaning. We have a show Saturday.
We do.
We have a bunch of battles at the Funny Stop. Down in Cuyahoga Falls. Who do you guys want to run through those battles real quick?
Sure. Did we do this last episode?
We did the last couple. Well, actually, last week we started to. We only actually talked about Jimmy and Mary battling.
Oh, no way. It got derailed.
Yeah.
What a surprise.
I, for one, am shocked.
So yeah, we set out to do it. Now that I think about it, and we went over one battle.
Can we derail it for a second again?
Yeah.
Fucking Jeremy, get on the countdown this week.
Yeah, Jeremy's on the countdown this week. Number 5?
4? 5? 6?
5.
6.
6. It was 6.
Number 6. The previous week we had a number 5 battle.
Mm-hmm.
And then from the same show, which is on the YouTube channel premiering tonight. So really, if it's your first time checking any of them out, watch that one.
Yeah.
Half of the battles ranked in the top 7 on over on RBL Weekly, the second best damn roast battle podcast.
I thought you were going to change the name every week. I thought that was like going to be the shtick, and then you stuck with this name.
Yeah,
from
well,
20-year ago reference from sports. You don't even know sports. Did you know it was a sports show?
Yeah, I knew what it was.
Okay.
I watched a few episodes because I was gonna try to do a similar video intro, but it's too. I don't know how to do that. I just wanted
Chris
to
Rose
see what
on
it
John
was.
Sally, dude.
You're John Sally.
Yeah, dude. John Sally was a funny fucking guy. He's probably one of the funniest like pro athletes. I mean, if like the comedy thing and like social media was big, John Sally would have been a huge fucking star.
Yeah, so for
Who's
the
that?
people that don't know, it's the name is a parody. It's not actually a declaration of having the best damn roast battle podcast. I don't think there are very many roast battle podcasts though. I think the only other one is RBL Weekly.
There's a Roast Babble, which is like a Patreon guy that does. I mean, he does just like straight interviews.
Yeah, I think there's like a few videos on there, and I don't know if they're still doing it or just
The
on a
Discord guys, I
hiatus.
think, also have a podcast, or is that Roast Babble?
I think that's the same one.
I think
Oh,
that's
okay.
it. Yeah, Roast Babble. Check that out too. I don't know how frequently they do it though. I did see they talked to Jay Light and they had talked to Pat and Brian at some point. So I know they at least got those 3 interviews on there, so you can check those out. Yeah, it's just I just thought it would be a funny name because it's like it follows the theme of like a sports league.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's the same vibe too. We're sitting on a couch bullshitting. So
yeah, and they had comics on there and stuff. I usually I don't know if it's like cool to parody stuff that's already a comedy, but because that was already a comedy sports. A funny sports show or whatever. What are you gonna say?
I'm just saying you're 40. Like, don't worry about being cool. Just
No, I hate it,
guys.
you
no.
fucking bitch.
I don't mean cool as in like hip. I mean cool as in like kosher. Like if it's like
Just say kosher.
Parody law, dude. Like, you're fine. You're covered in parody law.
Anyways, I don't know. I hate those not another teen movie. Those I hate those movies that are like where they parody stuff that's already a parody. Like you can't do a parody of Napoleon Dynamite. Like that's already a goofy premise and character. It's not
They
a
did
parody,
it. If
but
it can be
yeah.
done. I don't know.
I think it's dumb.
It's not for you.
It's a hat on a hat on a hat. Anyways, roast battle.
If it was on a dog, dude, that'd be fucking very silly and fun. Just saying.
Also, the same episode, we had the 3000th roast battle league battle. It was Mike Eaton and I. So those are all on there. There's a couple of really good newer kids we tried out from Pittsburgh that have a good battle on that episode. And who else battled? Jimmy and Mickey.
Jimmy
That
and Mickey
really
was fun. It wasn't like roast battle back and forth good, but like it was a fun battle in the room.
It was really good, and you can tell those guys know each other and shit like that.
Yeah,
It was fun.
It really feels like you're getting led into something there.
They were stepping on each other a little bit, so it was kind of clunky, but they don't do it all the time.
Yeah.
Jimmy especially. I think Mickey was getting a little frustrated with it. Yeah.
So there's a point
Not
in the
frustrated,
battle,
but yeah.
and you can't see it on camera too, so it like furthers the confusion. It's like a weird Inception situation because Mickey makes a joke about Jimmy always kissing guys on the mouth when he's drunk. And then he goes over and kisses Clem on the mouth, and you can't see it, and Mickey didn't notice it, and everyone laughs, and Mickey's like, I didn't even say the joke yet, you idiots.
Yeah.
Because he didn't know they were like, so there's...
I was sitting behind Dave Heron, so this is the first time hearing of it, too. I didn't see it.
Oh, you were there. That's what you... That was what made that got awkward in the middle of it.
Okay.
Where the crowd was like, no, you missed it, you fucking idiot. But shit happens. It's still a fun battle. So that's that. That's those ones. You guys have any?
Bill Stone
and Bob McClure, right?
Steve Prince and Darjon Bentley.
Okay.
That's the one.
No, it was Bill Stone. It was Bill Stone because Bill Stone did the mustard joke. He did the mustard bit.
Fuck me. I wrote Steve Prince on that thing. Do you know how many times we've done that to both of them?
Yeah, dude.
I've watched Jeremy call one of them the wrong one.
We got to make
at
them
least
battle. I think
twice.
we got to set that one up.
Yeah.
We got to do that.
I
Remember,
mean, just name rights. The other one, it's a fucking quit battle. We can only have one of them, and it's going to be it's a odd fact.
it's going to be Steve Stone or Stone Prince.
Stone Prince is a sick name, dude.
Prince Stone.
Steve Prince is undefeated in like 4 or 5 battles right now.
He hasn't lost any.
And I mean, we've always kind of like put him up against new people because he's not always able to battle. His availability is a little scattered, so I think he's got to go. I think we got to throw him into the deep end finally and see how he does. He's had good
only
battles.
Lost one. He lost to Ty Erskine.
I think he won that one.
No, it was like
you were on the panel.
I
for
was
that
on the
one,
panel,
right?
and the panel voted for thye.
That was in February. That was the
Oh, okay.
That
the
was an
first
official
funny
league battle,
stop.
so-
Okay. Jeremy remembers because Ty won and he was black and he's still pissed off about it.
Hey,
Yeah.
I am not racist. I am in Blackstream. a
Yeah,
black
ask him
sketch
how
comedy
many.
show.
Ask him how many Elliots won.
Too many.
He's killing it this year.
Yeah,
too.
Elliot was on
Yeah.
that show too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Elliot and Skippy. Yeah,
That was the other one that scored.
that's the other one
Mhm.
that was also that ranked in the top 7.
It was a very good battle.
5, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Skippy came out fucking haymaker.
So that's she did. That
And
was
then
that
kinda
first
Elliot just
joke,
kinda,
and
like,
it,
Boxed his way back. It was a
Yeah.
good battle.
yeah, a slugfest, as they say.
Yes. Big sports guy over there, Chris Paul.
I'm using all the exact same sports references I hear everybody else using in the roast battle.
Boom shakalaka. Fucking awkward, dude. No, it's all good. I love hearing you talk sports. Like, let's watch a game. Let's go to the women's sports bar that just opened.
Do something
and watch.
straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, that battle. So we're tied with Atlanta now at 11.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
For the wild
we're in
card.
the wild card picture. We're not going to make it, but I feel like we're starting to establish ourselves a little bit. You know, I think that's been a big thing, that the faces have been familiar enough. People are seeing them, and the battles are getting better. And I think everybody kind of got the fucking fear when we came out and we didn't score. I think everybody just took it a little more serious, and it's shown off. And I think we're getting better on the production side too. All of our shows every time are a little bit produced a little better.
Yeah.
So it's paying off. All the hard work's paying off. Like I'm pretty happy where we're at. We're 1 point behind Tokyo, who won the championship last year.
Yeah, we 4 of the last 6 weeks. We were only on the countdown like once by this point last year, and it was like it was
The first week it was a 1 point battle with Dave Herron and Kevin Eliason,
it was a fluke.
and then we
If
had 2 from the festival, which would have been this time. It was the beginning of May, so it was probably right around this time. We had Tabitha Sorich, and then me and Clem get on, and we sat at 9 for a little bit, and then we just scattered some points throughout the rest of the season. So we're better than what we were last year.
Yeah. Pacing ahead of last year. I don't remember a lot of last year. It was very stressful behind the scenes and trying to figure everything out, and me and Kyle almost killed each other.
Well, you almost killed me. I was cool, bro.
I was very stressed out. Yeah.
It's all good.
Anyways,
It's all good. We're here.
Jeremy, congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it. That was a very fun battle with Chris. I hope you guys like it.
I liked it on the countdown that Moses called you. He's like, they got blue-haired lesbians in Cleveland now.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn. It's so funny.
First of all, my hair is purple, not blue.
In that video, the background is blue, and it's a little.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a remote for it, but she keeps leaving it at the house. And I just like, at this point, it's like, it doesn't matter. Like, the videos look good. It's like, whatever. That's just what our room looks like. And
Yeah.
people are dealing with it, and it's not. I think we were stressing about it a little bit.
It was just because the first set of reels I made from the funny stop shows were like, they were very like, the color was very washed out because of that light. But it's been Elton Lytle, our camera guy, the real producer of
The tech superstar
video.
Elton.
Yeah. Editor. Writer, it's in some ways on the longer videos. He does all the effects and everything that, just like the numbers, the count and stuff during the judging and all that. The graphics, that's the word I'm looking for.
There we go.
He's solved that issue since those first ones. Like, so Yeah, it doesn't matter anymore. What else? Were we were gonna get to run down the show coming up on Saturday, correct?
Yeah.
Is that the plan?
I got it. Just have to bring it up. All right. So, this Saturday, Funny Stop Comedy Club, 9:30 p.m. Tickets at funnystop.com. Julia Mary versus Jimmy Kilius.
They know. We mentioned it 8 times trying to get back on track last week.
Justin Palco versus Bob McClure.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah. Are we skipping Julia? Have we covered this in nauseum?
Yeah, I think we covered it enough. Julia
said, "Give me a twink." When I was asking her who she wanted to battle, and I said, "Jimmy," and she said, "Perfect."
That is not a twink, Julia.
I know, but
yeah.
she settled.
I was gonna say Otter. I think he's closer to Otter. Like Otter, shut up. Yeah, and they're both psychos, so that's gonna be a fun one. They're both like a lot of energy and very out of
blacked
pocket.
out. Blacked out, is that the word we're looking for?
Yeah, something often blacked out, drunk.
Jimmy might kiss Julia because he thinks she's a guy. I mean, it's gonna be a wild battle.
If she shows up in that Mrs. Roper makeup she has in the picture she gave us for the thing flyer. What was the next one?
Justin Palco versus Bob McClure.
Palco's hungry.
Yeah.
So is Bob. I mean, to be fair,
well, Bob looks like he's always hungry.
Bob looks full as well. Like he's had enough on his plate. No, both those guys are like, I want a title shot. Blah 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 blah. Like they've been like, I don't know, like kind of not pressing me like in a bad way, but like, hey, put me on as much as you can. I want to battle everybody. Blah blah blah. So we'll let them beat each other up. That's kind of like all right, let's throw these dogs in a cage and see which bitch comes out alive. And that's what that matchup is. And I'm expecting it to be good. Bob's the stronger comic for sure. But Justin's going to be, if he can, I hope he's listening to hear this. If he can just relax, and Bob too, Bob has kind of done this. You can tell both of them at times are like tense about it. And it's like, that goes into the crowd. Mm-hmm. And then they're like, this isn't fun. This is fucking like, these guys are really angry. And they're not necessarily angry. They're just being competitive.
Yeah, it's competitive more than anything. And I keep telling people like Commissioner Pat Barker's mentioned, like Dakota Fry was the example he used last year. I think Dakota's I think he's winning a lot more this year. But at the time last year, he'd lost a bunch of battles, but he was always in the countdown, and he was the MVP for the Bay Area. So you like, as long as you're having good battles, like you don't have to win every one of them.
No.
It's more important to just have good battles.
I would rather lose all of my battles and get on the countdown 10 times than.
And you will.
It's wrestling. I mean, it's like you're selling. It's being a good dance partner. It's all of that, and that's what we try to pound in people's head. It's wrestling.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
Don't worry about winning. Just like go out there and perform. It's a fucking art.
The Mick Foley thing.
Yeah, get thrown off the Hell in the Cell, and then get back up,
Yeah. I just watched the Dark Side of the Ring documentary about the steel cage death match, but that's a different podcast.
Yeah.
What was the next battle?
The next battle is Stephen Prince, and yes, it is Stephen Prince, not Bill Stone.
Prince Stone
versus Big Rich Green.
So Rich is a first-time battler, at least here for this show.
But he's been hanging out. He's been showing up at the Funny Stop.
Yes.
And I was like, hey, do you want to do one of these? He was like, hell yeah. And I was like, all right. Mm-hmm. And so he's on it. And it'll be interesting. I don't know what to expect Rich is an old man.
He's an old man comedy producer. So I honestly, because he just produces shows, I haven't seen his act, so I have no idea what to expect.
I'm also trying to remember if we've ever had Steve Prince battle a white guy.
I mean, he does look racist. I mean, he looks like big money racist, you know?
Yeah.
I
Heavily.
think I'm as close as it's gotten.
Oh, you've battled?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was not my best battle, I would say.
Oh, yeah, because he Tyrone Gaines, too.
Yeah, and
Tyrone Gaines and then
Ty Erskine.
Ty Erskine, and yeah, dude. Oops. On the card, it looks good because Steve looks like such a villain, and
Stephen Prince.
I'm sure he has a lot of things to say about those people. You know, it's just,
he looks like he does, but you also trust him to do like that. It's not actually, you know.
Yeah.
He's professional. I mean,
Yeah.
and he's good. I mean, he's funny. Like, I've laughed at his battles. Like, he does a good job.
Yeah,
I've seen Rich's act.
He's a good joke writer, and you can trust him to battle people without actually being a piece of shit. I do look forward to the Stephen Prince Bill Stone battle.
We're gonna make it happen.
There's a kid. He's not. I don't know how to call him a kid. Daniel Myers. Back years ago when Brett Thomas was a much smaller guy, these two guys looked very similar. And as soon as they walked on stage to roast battle each other, the crowd immediately got what was going on. And I think it'll be the same thing with those two. Although Moses constantly talks about how everyone out here just looks like a fat guy in a different set of clothes. So, as far as they're concerned, you guys are interchangeable too.
I don't appreciate that, frankly. I'm not nearly as disgusting as most of the fats in the community.
You are a lot cleaner.
Well, I mean, you say that, and then you show up with cut-off sweatpants.
This is
Oh,
literally...
these are designed. I bought these cut off. These are sweat shorts. This is the look.
This couch right now is literally the spectrum of disgusting.
Yeah. Did you buy your jeans with dirt on them?
No, I just don't wash them ever.
I bought this. Okay, I'm gonna sidetrack. This sweatshirt, this St. Ignatius sweatshirt I'm wearing, I was out at the bars like 2 weeks ago, and it was me and my wife's anniversary, and I bought her. The guy came up and he's like, "Hey, you want to buy this teddy bear flower jewelry fucking bullshit?" And I was like, "How much is it?" He said, $5. I said, "You got change for a 10?" He said no, and I said, "Okay, I don't have the money then." And he thought I was just going to give him the $10 bill. And I was like, "I got 3 singles for you." And he hesitantly sold me the thing for $3. So I go in the bar, I drink, I come back out, and he comes back to me and he goes, "Hey man, you want to buy any of this stuff?" And I just assumed that he forgot who I was. This fucking guy, he was like, "Here, you want to buy this sweatshirt?" I was like, "There's no way that fits." He said, "Oh, it'll fit you." I fucking say, "All right." And I'm like, I'm going to put it on and it's going to be a gag. I'm a fat guy, little shirt. Put this thing on and it fucking fits. I bought streetwear. I can't even find this in department store clothes that fit properly. This guy was a fucking crackhead DXL and I bought it, and like my wife was pissed. There was shit all over it. She didn't let me bring it into the house, but I'm washing it and I'm wearing it all the time now. So I bought this off a homeless man. I'm sure he stole it out of a student's car.
Probably a very large student.
Offensive lineman, I'm assuming. So I guess I can't really talk shit about anybody being gross. I'm wearing a fucking homeless man's cum rag. You know, he folded this thing up and fucked it. You know, I know that's happened.
He's using it for a pillow under the bridge
pillow
at the end of the street there.
There was stuff on it.
Oh, sure.
It was snot.
I'm
Yeah.
Snot.
Yeah.
Somebody spurted on your shirt.
Yeah. Whatever.
God damn it. What was the next battle?
The next battle is me versus John Brown.
Oh, that's a road game, really.
Mm.
At this point, I mean, you used to be a Funny Stop guy, but John Brown, king of Funny Stop.
You guys have both been on the countdown.
Yeah.
John was kind of getting curb stomped in his appearance, but it counts.
Yeah.
So
He scored high. I'm happy. I like John. He's a good joke writer. So let's see what happens.
another one where you guys are just they're gonna say you look the same.
Yeah, like
You
John
like-
looks like you got your shit together. You put on a ball cap. That's
Yeah,
what it's going
looks
to
like
be.
straight Jeremy.
No, it'll be fun.
Straight Jeremy on testosterone because his voice always sounds like he's cracked.
That yeah, I suspect that'll be a fun one. I suspect. I don't know why I'm talking like an asshole.
I found a clue that this battle will be incredible.
All right. Who else? Who else we got?
Then we have Chris Paw versus Tabitha Jones
I'm
in the battle of the bullying bisexuals.
one of them people.
You are.
One of those names is mine. I think it'll be good. I think it'll be fun. I'm excited for the jokes I have. So I know that much.
Well, good.
Tabitha not show up because she's huffing and puffing and panicking about this battle, or is she coming over in a little bit, or
No, she had something going on.
no? Eating ice cream.
She is on assignment.
Ah, gotcha.
That is what we say when someone is not here. They are on assignment.
Gotcha. Okay, I know the lingo now.
Mm-hmm.
She better bring it. Is all I'm gonna say. I mean, she's probably watching this. Chris, I know you want to fucking kill her. I mean,
I don't want to kill
verbally,
her. I want to have a good battle.
sure, but I mean, you want to go out there and have one. You know what I mean? Like, she lost in the tournament. I think she was the number 1 overall seed. I think she's due for a big battle this season. She hasn't really had a slobber knocker, and I mean, she's a St. Bernard, so you'd think she'd have one by now. But
The problem with the St. Bernard is they have that cask of alcohol under their jowl, and occasionally they dip into it.
She had her and Elliot had a very good battle.
Yeah.
I thought.
I think that battle would have scored on a different week.
it was a strong week. I think I've seen Tabitha stronger though. Like on video, it's hard pressed to go back and watch that and give that battle to Tabitha. I'll say it to her face too. But I thought she squeaked by because she was a former champ. I think that she could have been better in that battle. I mean, that's not me being mean. It's just I know where she has battled at in the past. This isn't me shitting on her. I think she's due for just a fucking monster performance, and I've been waiting to see it all season.
Yeah, I hope this is it.
It has the makings.
It's gonna be fun. It has the ingredients.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard sometimes on watching battles back. The video, because in the room, like, and we had this especially when Dave Herron battled Tom Goss. That battle in the room felt like way better than it was when I watched it on video.
Yeah.
Which is always the case with live comedy, I think. But that in sometimes it's for whatever reason it's especially like that with that battle in particular. I don't know what it is. I think sometimes there's jokes in battles that get like a stunned, like it's a laugh that's not as loud, but it's like a lot of people with their hands over their mouth and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hitting harder than you can tell on video.
I think that's fair because like that Rebecca Jaffe, Brandon Petrie battle was like that. Like Brandon got a lot of jaw drops, and it didn't translate in the video. And I remember they like saying on the countdown like this battle would have scored almost any other week, but it was just a monster week. But I think it had that battle taken place the last show that we had at the Funny Stop, where the crowd was like not doing that as much. They were a little more audible.
Yeah.
I think that puts it over the hump. And I think that's what happened that week.
Yeah, there's a weird.
It was almost like people were shocked of what was going on. Like we're new there, so that's going to happen.
Yeah, I think it's when we have crowds where most or a lot of the people have been there before, and they know what to expect from the show. They're more comfortable laughing at the more racy stuff.
Sure.
Spicy jokes. What would you call it?
Spicy jokes works. I like
That's
that. Frankly.
Good. The more spicier jokes. And then if it's a crowd that hasn't seen a roast battle, like, or most of them haven't, you'll get a big reaction in the room, but it doesn't come out on video because they're gasping. Gasps don't pick up on those the boom mics as much as a big guffaw.
Yeah.
So those are that's tough. Bob McClure does a lot of jokes that get that kind of reaction, and when you watch the videos, it feels off because you can't see that. You got to be in the room for it. What was what battle were we talking about?
Well, we were talking about you versus Tabitha, but we can move on to the main event, which is Dave Herron with a shot at the Roast Battle Cleveland title against Pope, who Pope is one of the top battlers in the country in terms of wins, according to the list that the commission just posted.
Yeah, did you see Pat just posted a list of all like the top 20 battlers like in wins, and Pope is like number 6 right now.
Fuck yeah, dude! I mean,
4
he just
wins.
Went through the tournament.
Yeah, he's the champ. He won all his battles in the tournament, which is 4 battles, and that's where he's sitting at right now. Dave and Pope are both guys that are like in the Patreon. They're like active and shit like that, is I believe.
They're committed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like both guys are committed to the craft, and I think there's people that do the show because they want to do the show and they want to get the clips. Like both those guys are committed to being better at this. And so when it came up, the match was already on the books before the tournament finished. It was already booked, and when it happened, I said, "Well, let it fly." 3 weeks around on a title defense for Pope if he pulls it off, it's gonna be pretty impressive. Dave's had Tom Goss. He had a fucking slugfest with Shelley Gruenberg in the offseason at Cleveland Comedy Festival, and I didn't want to be like, Dave doesn't deserve this, because I think Dave lost in the tournament poorly. I think he fucked up. Dave fucked himself, and I think he learned from it. I think Dave has earned the title shot.
We've talked about his battle, the battle with Handelman, which that was the one. He had 5 good jokes. He forgot to have one good setup at the beginning.
That was Petrie.
Which was, Dave's was he didn't set up that Petrie had scoliosis.
Mm-hmm.
And he did 5 scoliosis jokes without really, with the audience going like, why does he just keep talking about the guy's back?
Yeah.
So it was that, and I think the first one came off a little racist without that information.
Yeah.
I know that sounds like, why do you need to know someone has? Don't watch the battle. You'll see. But yeah. So that's what hurt him on that one. But Dave's gotten really good. He's had a lot of great battles. Include last year when he battled Harold from Chicago.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
Patrick Harold or Harold Patrick?
Harold Patrick.
2
shitty first names.
Yeah.
Harry Pat.
Prince Harry Patstone.
I think him and Shelley, I think if that would have been in season, I think that would have been up for Battle of the Year.
Yeah.
In room, that was fucking nuts. Like Max Sorich came up to me afterwards and was like, This is a top 3 roast battle show I've ever seen. And he's like one of their made guys. I mean, he's
the video of we've got that show posted. It spent a couple of months just in the Patreon, and then when it came out kind of quietly on our channel, and it's got the most views of anything we've done. Like, it's people really enjoy that one. And it's, I mean, when you look at the thing, like, they watch the entire thing and have commented on, battles that are towards the end. So yeah, that's cool. It's a very good battle him and Shelley had.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dave 100% deserves a title shot, and I think Pope deserves a good opponent to defend his title to. Pope's the most excited champ we've had for a while. He's been posting videos like crazy. He's been walking around town with the belt over his shoulder.
Matt Cardona, social media champion, dude.
Yeah.
It's been good. And, I matched him up, and you guys gave me flack. Not you, Jeremy, but, like, you guys were like, you gave yourself kind of a easy walk to the Final Four when the brackets came out, because I kind of put it all together. But I just wanted to scare Pope and or Palco and or Gigas into writing a little bit, because I was like fucking sending Pope messages being like, I found this out about you, and I found that out about you, and like stalked him old school Ad Hom style. I found out his real name, and I said, good luck, so and so. Like, I won't disclose it, but and he just kind of like, I think it forced him to be like, oh, this is the level that people do this at, like, and that's I'm hoping that whoever wins, I'll be happy. I don't want to say that, but I'm hoping Pope brings it. I know Dave's going to bring it. Dave just writes joke like a maniac. Dave's probably written 100 jokes for this battle already. And it's a 3-round battle, so like a lot of them are going to be used. I'm anxious to see what Pope does, because he hasn't been around when we've done a 3-round battle. Neither has Heron, really.
Yeah, it's been a long time since we've had any. Have we had any 3-round battles since we've been Roast Battle Cleveland?
Clem
I think that's
Petrie, and then Petrie losing to Hannah Belmont.
Okay, that was a multiple round battle.
And that battle was fucked because everybody just wanted to see the last joke. So they gave the second round to Hannah, where Brandon probably won. And then it went to third, and Hannah's last joke fucking scorched, and she walked away with the belt just because everybody wanted to see that last joke.
And she was the second champ in a row that was leaving town right after their last battle.
Who was the other one?
Jared Bailey won the tournament, the last Ad Hom tournament. For that wasn't for a title?
No, that was just like a newcomers tournament.
That was for cash.
I don't think it was maybe drink tickets. I think it was just like a...
I definitely handed him a giant stack of cash.
Oh, nice. Well, good.
But okay, then he moved to New York right after that.
Yeah.
So, no, it was for the belt, because I remember talking to him about coming back for the festival to like drop the title or at least defend it.
We didn't give him the belt. Hannah had it in Chicago.
She had it then?
Yeah, because she left last summer, and then that was the winter tournament. Or else prior. It wasn't for the belt. Because we didn't. Nobody was. I mean, I don't want to say nobody was in that tournament, but there was nobody in that tournament. That was all like new battlers.
That's still around, really. Okay, I don't remember.
Yeah.
The last 5 years are a blur.
Yeah, that's fine.
Jeremy, do you want to? Can you open up the YouTube and just check the group chat real quick, and let's see if we need to
check the comments.
Yeah, see if we
what
need
Mike
to
Gams
respond to anyone.
All right.
I bet Tabitha's in there screaming her head off
because I said she sucks. I didn't say she sucks. I said I just want to see a fucking classic Tabitha battle.
So we have Charlie Wilson.
Hey, Charlie, how are you, buddy?
Worst comedy sports matchup ever was Dennis Miller and Monday Night Football. Yeah. Mike Gams is in.
What up, baby boy?
This whole time I thought that was Tabitha in the hat says Mike Gam. Calls Pope the people's champ.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
And Mike says Shelley versus Dave is one of the funniest battles I've ever seen. Watched that video several times. And Charles Wilson says Hannah is funny about 40% or less. She told me she writes all her jokes, but I don't know. I am suspicious about the funny ones.
Who said that?
Charles Wilson, which
She writes her own jokes.
she does.
Because she always does that. You look like you eat pussy with barbecue sauce and a wet nap. Like, she always does that. Like, how does this guy eat or girl eat pussy?
Yeah.
Joke. Like, that joke is like a staple of hers, kind of like Tabitha's birth. Your
shares
birthday.
a birthday.
Yeah. Like, there's a lot of people that have, like, those jokes. And
Yeah. You can tell after watching them for a while, like, what is, okay, this is definitely a Hannah joke.
Hannah moved to Chicago and hasn't developed a tick yet, so she's not getting on as many shows anymore. Yeah, I said
it. She not far down the spectrum enough. What else? Dave and Pope. So those are all the battles. That's the group chat. What?
Angelica Scanura, the headliner for the weekend, who's
Oh yeah,
killer. She's on. She's all weekend. Go see her. Go to the late show Friday if you can, or go early Saturday and see her. She's a fucking hilarious comedian. She's out of Toronto. She's in New York now. She Best of Fest, Cleveland Comedy Festival, Boston Comedy Festival winner. I think she came in like 4th in the Seattle International competition. Like, and she kind of got a work visa through coming through the festival. And kind of, I wrote her a letter of recommendation to get her work visa in the United States. She's a sweetheart and she's a fucking killer. She'll be on the panel with Flim Love and who else is paneling? Brandon Petrie and Marty Malloy, who I told is not allowed to base. I said, you can do it, but no merch. No merch, no bias. Like, just pick a winner, Marty.
No merch talk. Don't say the F word.
Yeah, stop calling me the F slur, Marty.
Does he do that?
Every show.
Every show.
Every time he's been on the
didn't
panel,
even pay attention.
he's called Jeremy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that applies to Julia, too.
Good stuff. Yeah.
It's a way inside baseball comment we don't
Yeah.
need to go into.
Yeah. No, yeah. Okay.
We can. We don't know if we can talk about it.
I don't think. I think it is. I think we're getting time to wrap up, but we got a few more minutes.
We just don't want to get into that.
We've had some very controversial turnover, especially when there's a title involved, I think.
My dick controversy isn't the biggest one in the history of the show. We'll just say that.
Yeah. Jeremy is the biggest dick in the history of the show.
Correct.
Yeah. What are some other ones? And we don't have to like super get into
we
it.
went
but
over the Hannah Belmont controversy in that Brandon probably should have won round 2, but the judges were all, let's see another joke.
Each time Brandon has lost a title, and sometimes just a big, like a battle, people often feel that Brandon got screwed. And not Brandon, but like other people have been like, Brandon should have won that, like more often than anyone else. Which is a weird
I think
thing.
it's because I think he loses, especially when we did the crowd thing, because people hated him. By the end of the thing, he was writing fucking fire jokes, so a lot of the comics were like, those jokes were better. We were laughing at those, but people in the audience were like, he called her a slut 16 different ways. You know what I mean? But they're all like really good jokes, like on paper and like in performance. Brandon loses because he doesn't keep one in the chamber. He ends up going to overtime and just has nothing left in the tank, and he lost in Austin that way. He lost to Hannah that way. He lost to Julia that way. Brandon needs to keep a fucking bazooka in his back pocket.
I lost badly to Mike Heaton that way with the
yeah. I mean, you gotta keep
Um,
one in the chamber. You gotta keep a fucking gun in your boot, so when you're on your back, you can fucking blow their brains out. I think it's a
Yeah.
must.
It honestly frustrates me when my battles don't go to sudden death because I have like a good one saved,
Sure.
and then I just have to hold it over for a rematch.
I think this is an interesting conversation. So, if you're battling and because you keep one, I always keep one too. But there's times where I'm like in the battle, like, okay, if I needed to go there, I need to throw this punch now and work something out of it, and it's pretty successful, frankly. But it's like, which one do you pull? Like, I mean, is that something you've ever done where you're like, let me pull out this big swing real quick?
Yeah, it's especially when we were using phones, because I would like just go up and there wasn't an order in the phone. It was just what joke looks good. But now that I'm using cards, I have everything organized, so I can't really like shift through and like, I don't like this one, I'm going to use this one.
You know, I mean, this maybe if you're using cards, maybe just have that joke written on the bottom 3 of each one of your cards, just in case you need to go to it. I'm serious. Like, that's not a bad way to organize it, because the thing that I've found, and I haven't been battling that much, I haven't been doing much stand-up either, I've been wearing more of a producer hat, is moving away from the phones. Like, when we battled, I found myself just buried in it. Like, we watched video back, like, we're going to submit that battle, and it was great in the room. Fuck. But if we don't get on, it's going to be my fault. When me and Pope didn't get on, it's my fault for blanking out. And I'm trying to figure out a way of how do I keep my head and keep the flow going, because that's a problem that I've ran into, and I don't know the answer, but I think I might have just solved it. It's just keeping the jokes written out on the card, because I haven't been doing that. I've been trying to do the hand thing or just a one-word thing, and I'm fucking too stupid.
Just have the card if you need them. I'm starting to just overwrite like a ridiculous amount, so that at least if I write like 10 or 20 jokes, I'm gonna remember 5 of them.
Sure.
So I think, and then if you like in a panic, I'll just have one to like, you know, if I'm trying to fight my way off my back, I have them. My problem with a couple of battles, I think I said this last week, but in a couple of them were like they would go more than the 5 jokes, and then I've already used my sudden death joke during the battle. And then I'm like, fuck, I got nothing. Luckily, in the one battle when I battled Dakota Fry, it was we both went 2 or 3 extra jokes because Moses like just doesn't, he loses count or whatever happened. We both did like 6 or 7 jokes already, and then it went to overtime. And luckily I had one more that was like a throwaway that I wasn't gonna use, and it just happened to be better than his throwaway that he wasn't gonna use.
Well, he kind of stumbled, but your joke was good. I rewatched that battle the other day, actually. The breastfeeding joke. His mother has Alzheimer's, so he has to constantly remind him that he needs breastfed.
Well, I'm glad it worked, but I wasn't at the time. I was like, but yeah. And then he kind of flubbed it. Like I only won because he fucked his up.
Yeah, I mean, you might have still won. Like, you got a pop on your joke. Like, I wouldn't sell that short.
Yeah.
It was a good battle.
The other one with Mike Eaton was like not. We already went back and forth extra, and I had nothing. And I was like, I got nothing. And then the crowd started like, come on, and I don't even know what I said.
That's what they did with me and Pope, where I just blacked out because I said, you guys know this isn't the real Pope, and everybody just looked at me, and I was like, oh.
Have you watched it?
Yeah,
they were just listening. They were waiting for you to make the point.
I know that
you were talking about.
In fucking real time, I didn't realize that. I just like blacked out. I was laughing so much at how good Pope was doing. I kind of like wasn't preparing myself for the next thing, and just kind of seeing what he was coming with. And then I just fucking blanked out. I did it against Courtney Albers too, but that's because we drank like 8 shots of Malort before the battle. She got me so fucked up. We were hammered during our battle, and then I tried to do this fucking pun about how she broke a coffee table, and it was because of D's calves. and it sucked. The joke sucked. And fucking Logan Rochelle gassed me up and told me it was so good. And, and then he was like, well, you delivered it wrong. And he still stood by it. But and I was just like, you fucker. And he just like laughed at me.
He was pulling a mischief.
Yeah.
He pulled a mischief on you.
That ne'er-do-well.
But I mean, it was fun. I had no regrets. I mean, it was a really fun battle for me.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good one. I think that's it. We got to wrap up. We're closing in on the hour, and we got a thing shortly. But
do we got a couple more minutes?
Yeah.
yeah. Do you? What do you got?
Right now, I'm working on the schedule for Rubber City Comedy Festival. Roast Battle will be that Saturday the 28th. And that's a banger show. We got a bunch of comics that have signed up who've... The only one out in a roast battle market, and I don't know if Olivia Witt she's in the festival. I don't know if she's doing roast battle in Chicago, but I know she did roast battle Chicago last year when she lived in Milwaukee. And then we got Jeff Cohen, who's roast battle Denver. He'll be in town, who's battled here years ago. So those will both be good. But then we got a bunch of like people who are like, I'm from Omaha and we have a roast battle, and I'm from Kansas City and we have a roast battle, and I've done a handful of shows. I'm not great, I'm not bad, so it'll be real interesting. I'm going to try to match everybody up with somebody local for the festival.
If you need me to do it, I need to know in the next few days, because I would have to find coverage.
Oh, we'll talk about it off the air, but yeah, we got enough people. It's just
okay, sweet.
Yeah. So
that's this month, right?
June 28th will be that roast battle. 25th through 28th is the festival.
Yep.
Buy tickets if you're local and you're listening to this, or if you're a comic, come hang out. Summers are hard for comedy in general, so the more bodies, the better. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Some real good comics. The roast battle will be fun. It's always a real good time to get some fresh faces to beat up on.
Festival roast battles are always fucking good. All of the roast battles we've had with the fest have been good, regardless if it's Rubber City or Cleveland.
Niraj is in Chicago battling for
him
now, and you battled that guy a few years ago at Rubber City.
Yeah,
a real good battle.
It was. He was.
I think
he was very good, and he lifted his shirt up and showed off his nipples, and that was the promo pic for the battle.
Yes, nice.
Yeah, that was. I think I missed that one. I was sick. I fell ill before that show, but yeah, the festival shows are always so good. It's so much fun. That was the festival show we were talking about earlier. That was the video that with Shelly and Dave battled.
That was Cleveland.
That was the other festival.
So we do 2 a year. We purposely moved Cleveland back 3 weeks as early as we can get it, so we can get it inside of the RBL season. It's in October for the first time in 18 years because I'm fucking running the books now, and I'm going to be selfish, and we're going to get some points there at the end of the season.
We also our season closer show, which I maybe shouldn't call it that because we're going to do shows throughout the winter, but the season ending for the league, as far as league submissions, is would be like the Halloween show, right? That's gonna just barely fall into the...
It'll be the night that... So we'll have to turn around and do that video and submit it that night if there's a battle from that.
Okay.
So, I mean, it might not be... It might just be like, hey, let's celebrate the season being over. We didn't get one in from this one, but it'll be Halloween.
At any rate, we've got the funny stop for Halloween.
Yeah,
we'll just start promoting that now because people are gonna go...
Can we announce our other venture at a new venue yet, or is that...
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is the last Saturday of July? What's the date?
I think it's
37th.
Yeah, it's July 37th. Funny Farm Comedy Club in beautiful Warren, Ohio.
Is it in Warren or is it Niles? Niles? It's in Niles? Okay.
It's Youngstown adjacent.
What kind of restaurant is it in the basement of?
It is a Mexican restaurant.
Fuck yes.
Yeah. It's Jeremy and I went down last week and did the Chris Scriva's heckle mic called
Castle.
King of the Castle. We had a really good time, and that's a very it's a very nice club. I like it.
It looks like it's in a fucking shoebox from all the pictures. The ceilings look so low.
Oh,
I get
yeah.
hard looking at the pictures. Like, I
Yeah,
can't wait
The
to perform
low
there.
ceilings are just. As I got on that stage, I was like, "Oh yes."
Yeah, it's a kill box. It's a kill box. So
Yeah.
very excited for that one. We'll be in 2 clubs this year. That's fucking cool.
Yeah. I am not hosting Sketch Battle that month, so I will be there.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, that one's at Funny Farm, and I think you can already, if you're in that area and you want, you can already maybe just check out their website and see if the tickets are up yet. I know I sent over our stuff so far that we have. I think we still gotta figure some of that out, but that's gonna be. I think that'll be a really fun show too.
Yeah.
Get some of them Yenzers over here.
Yeah.
Make fun of them about putting French fries on salads, which is a really brilliant idea, but I would never admit to them that I think it's brilliant.
Yeah. We've been hitting sheets after we've Jeremy and I have been Pittsburgh or near Pittsburgh a couple of times recently, and the move for the old people after a comedy show is to all go eat food at Sheets.
Yeah.
Fucking schmetzels.
Instead of a fucking bar.
I love it so much.
Yeah, I like it. It's probably gonna end up being the older millennial, younger Gen X version of like hanging out at McDonald's and drinking coffee early in the
Yeah,
morning.
it's a new age Denny's.
Yeah. But yeah, that's
What the
that's
fuck is up,
move.
Sheets?
Yeah, shout out Sheets.
Get Jaundic's band to play Sheets one night.
So yes, that I think that's it. June 25th
5th through 28th, Rubber City Comedy Festival.
through 28th, Rubber City. The 28th will be the Roast Battle show. This coming Saturday, the 31st,
And then we got
31st.
June
at Funny
13th
Stop.
at Forest City.
June 13th
That's what I said.
at
We'll go back and look at the
Forest City.
Yeah. We'll look at the tape, but it's that weekend at Forest City.
That show's pretty much all the way booked.
It's the 13th. It's that Friday. I'm gonna be out of town for that one.
13th.
It's a Friday.
And then the Funny Farm July 27th. And I think that's all we should put in.
Yeah, that's
right
it.
now. But yeah, check everything out. We're doing shit all the time. Get the Roast Battle Cleveland on Instagram if that's not where you're seeing this. Do that. All right. I keep trying to space out. My brain has worked for roughly an hour, and now it's gonna turn into a pumpkin. Do you guys at Honey?
Yeah, don't follow me. Just go to the fucking Cleveland Comedy Festival, Rubber City Comedy Festival, Roast Battle Cleveland. I don't care about my personal shit, but yeah, honey on Instagram and the artist formerly known as Twitter. I don't do anything on Twitter.
Nah, nobody does. Only Nazis are on Twitter now, is what I heard. That's the word.
I'm
on
on
the
Twitter
street.
at Dirty Shear.
One of us.
No, I'm only on it because of wrestling news.
Yeah, that's exactly what I do. And like big butt girls.
Just for
Yeah, it's girls with big butts and wrestling.
that's what makes the rockin' world go round.
Yeah, dude.
All right, and I'm at Chris Epaw on Instagram and TikTok and shit, like whatever. Thanks for checking the show out. We'll see you next week.